Click, click, boom. Episode 6. This is the Omaha edition. And this is 2 cent, 5 cent. So I'm putting up $4 of my money. Stock market. And right now we have $7.77 plus, which is very cool. Plus we have the $4. Yesterday we were all in for poker points. And luckily we are running it up with good play, amazing reads, and some alley-oops because we were playing on the basketball court. Alright. Now this is PLO, high only. I like this hand. Don't love this hand. Never mind the nut flush draw. Obviously we got some connectors here. We got like, pretty sure if you added it up it'd be 48 to 53 outs right now. And that's science. That's science. I check here. I don't know what y'all do. Now that flop, absolute gold. If we had 10 jack ace. Or king queen deuce. Not really gold, but I don't bet here. I don't start it off just running like this. No point betting here for me. I don't mind folding here. Obviously. It's always fun to see the turn. Good turn. Gave us absolutely nothing. Alright. This hand, I don't like it. I'll limp in for small blind, but I won't call raise. And then you still gotta be cautious. I personally don't like hitting flushes with like when I just have like the queen high. I mean, of course I don't mind hitting a flush, but a lot of times I feel like you're gonna get in so much trouble there. That would have been an awful flop. I mean, I guess it's a good flop, and it's kind of a wrap. Not really the wrap you want here, but oh yeah, see that river? We have to have the best hand. We have to. Pair. There's nothing else out there but a flush and a straight and a set. Ace king. We did have the nuts to him. Funny, funny. This hand I throw away. Again with the queen suited. With a hand like this, I mean, it should be pretty straightforward why you would fold it. But, I mean, if you did want to play it, you'd be looking at, 10 queen for some sort of straight, queen 7 for a flush, 7-10 is kind of far, but I guess you could still get a good flop for that hand. But 6-8-9. Dream flop. I think personally in Omaha, when people do call or limp or whatever with these just less than marginal hands or marginal hands, and then you kind of hit a flop, it's so easy to lose, bet here, bet there, and stuff like that really adds up. But I'm wearing 2 cent, 5 cent, which does change everything. Probably gonna play for like 15-20 minutes, or until I get to $50, whichever comes first. And these pots, I mean, I can win $2 or $3 a pot. Next thing you know, I'm up in 5 cent, 10 cent. I know, slow down. This hand, same. I don't play this hand. I mean, 2 cent, 5 cent. If I wasn't trying to like actually maintain some sort of bankroll right now, then you could play anything. But you just can't play anything and expect to, to win without running good, I guess you'd say. God, we flop good. Derek Zoolander. Yeah. Would 2 table, but there's no other. Well, there wasn't any other 2 cent, 5 cent. No. Just the one. Well, this hand, I don't think's good. I'll min raise just because I don't want to limp, but at least it does have a nut draw. Couple, I guess. Kind of a weird one. I don't call the 3-bet there. If I had 30, 40 cents like that, I would just drop it, but I don't want to call there. I mean, arguably, I guess you can just say if you're going to play, maybe limp in there. Or you could raise pot, I guess, but I don't mind just min raising there. And actually, if I get, it's a particular flop that you really look for with that kind of hand. I'm trying to play pretty tight here, I guess, tight aggressive. Like you could always set mine, but a lot of raises coming around, and a quarter at a time adds up when you got $4. So let's play tight, dream flop, and hold 'em for my hand. This guy's crazy. See, this would be perfect though if we actually did pick up a hand that works well together, and he gets aggressive with something less than favorable. We'll see it right now. Oh, so you got like aces. Of course, dude. See, like aces do not have to play that way right there. I mean, I guess I don't mind the bet on the flop. If you don't have a 3, you're gonna win the hand, but I don't think you have to like a 3-bet, 4-bet. I don't know. But now this hand, same hand basically as last hand, but I'm gonna call a raise in position 11 cents. And I got a horrible flush draw, which I can't go crazy on. I might call 1-bet here. I'll definitely call 1-bet here. So I might even. A lot of times I want to raise here. I don't know what 5's going to do. Hopefully 5 folds. Highly doubt it. So obviously I can get number 1 off the hand. A set? That's stupid. I probably have the best hand, but I can't bet with the flush draw and straight draw. Okay, I got the best hand for sure, right? I thought number 5 might bet out there. I guess the only thing he could represent is he backed into a flush. I call there if he bets. I mean, if he bets pot, I'll probably think about it maybe, but I think ultimately I end up calling there. Depending. I mean, even if one calls, I still think I have the best hand. I guess it would all just depend. I got a pair. Sorry. 2, 5, 6, 7. Is that straight? $0.07. I think we turned river to straight. I really wish this had username so you could build, because eventually if you're playing Omaha, you're going to start seeing the same people, I think, more consistently. This, I'm going to raise here, not because it's necessarily a good hand. I got a pair and double suited, but position, I mean, it's a good flop for most hands that raise. I'll just do 18. Snap calls, really good turn. I check the turn. I don't want to take a chance of getting raised here. It's a good bad card. It's a good card. Gives us a flush. A ton of hands beat us right now. Luckily, I have a 5 as a blocker, but like here, I want to call. I can't river a flush here and fold. I just can't the way it's played. Yeah, I mean, I figure very possible on B, but I still can't fold there, I don't think. Now, if I would have bet the turn, and then he was able to bet larger on the river, then I could fold. Kind of think it evens out about the same. I don't bet on the turn though to fold the river. Just happened to turn the same flush draw. Let's see what he had there again. King 3, 6, 8. So he called the flop. I believe I bet the flop, I'm pretty sure. With absolutely nothing. King 3, 6, 8. He actually only had one over to my nines, which is pretty crazy. And then the turn, it gives him the flush draw. Without the flush on the river, I was the best hand, so it is what it is. Or if that 5 was a heart. Alright, doing good. It's quite alright though. It's nice that he floated on the flop for 4 literally runner flush draws. The only thing you could possibly get. King high at that, so that's not a bad thing to be up against. Let's see what happens here. We got an open-ended, which is actually a good open-ended, I think. Because, I mean, normally this open-ended is not going to be that good, but we have the gut shot, so the top of our open-ended hits. That's a horrible turn. That's sort of like one of the worst turns, other than pairing the board. Gives us a horrible pair. Now we're open-ended, don't feel so good. I can't call $1.25 here, even if I wanted. Be nice if we could see a river just to see it. But now we're just looking for a Miracle King. And that's to probably chop the pot, so. Bad turn. I like the flop, considering our hand, without having a flush draw. Some fireworks down in the pits. Was 5 a bluffing? Yeah, super scary board by the river. Flush don't feel so good. Horrible hand. Nut flush draw, but without flopping, 2 clubs or 3 clubs, that hand is pretty bad. So far, we're down like 96 cents, but nothing crazy. Mostly hands that play themselves. Really tired, by the way. Went hiking today, which is not something I do a lot of. I'd rather lift weights than walk up mountains. But about to hike into the money. That's what we're about to do. This hand right here is no bueno. I mean, I'm not paying 12 cents. This guy, it will be nice to start picking up actual, workable hands against number 6 here, overplaying certain hands. Never have a target at a table, but you do want to have your eye on, certain people for certain reasons. This hand is pretty awful. For 15 cents. Let's go. We got 10% of our bankroll on this. More than that, actually. It's like 30%. Alright, I like this hand. I don't mind bumping it up. I don't mind min raise instead of like 15 cents, but Most hands I've came in with the raise. Um, Positionally, this hand can really connect hard. The five's pretty irrelevant, but I mean, I guess we could turn really hard. Like the best we can do right now is like turn a gate shot, turn a gut shot or a wrap, but 30 cents is obviously too much. Nothing's really falling the way of the hands right now that we're playing. This hand, I mean, same queen. The six is stupid. Queens, queen, king suited. It's kind of a hand you really want to hit to. Obviously, you want to hit every hand, but this hand that I feel more or less needs to hit to be good. I mean, a pair of queens isn't going to hold up too often. Really good flop, considering we have a blocker, so it's pretty unlikely he has pocket kings. We got middle set, so basically the nuts right here other than kings. Turn would have been stupid. River would have been another 10, so that would have been good. Ugh. No, not a good hand. You're working with the 7-9, whatever. But if we can just get that floosh, that's what we're after with a hand like this. Top two could be worse. I definitely bet here. I mean, I got top two. If you have a flush, you got a flush. But without the, it's good represent. Like, although I have top two, I have a redraw. But the best thing about this in comparison to Hold'em is that turn was a club. That's irrelevant. If you have the flush, you have it. If you don't, you don't. And it's never going to change. So it's good to represent there that you have the flush, because if someone doesn't have the flush, they're most likely going to fold, especially, a big ace even. A lot of times they'll fold there. So this hand I like a lot. I mean, we got the flush draw, and then we got the jack queen. It's not that strong of a hand. It's a good hand. It's can be dominated. Now it's 15 cents a call a day. I kind of want to call the 47 cents, but because I don't have anything invested, I'm not. Tempted to call still now I'm thinking about it. Because if I call, I'd most likely get it all in on the flop. One way or another. 52 cents, you have $1 if he calls. $1.50. I'm going to fold. A lot of times I like that hand. So you got the jack queen, you got the ace nine suited. If the nine's a 10, if the nine's a king, if the nine's probably one of these pairs suited, then I get in there. Flop would have been incredibly awful for our hand. There's nothing we can do there. Turn would be good and hold them, because we'd have like the second nut flush. But I call the 15 cents there. This guy's, I don't know, he's been raising a lot. Usually with just like pairs, it looks like aces, kings. I'm not sure what's going on here exactly. I could picture him having like two pair, maybe a set. I don't know. I mean, this guy could have kings or queens. I don't know how heavy he'd play him. It's a big bet. I don't know if he calls there with kings, queens, two pair. A lot beats him. Just thinking about it. He's probably got like king five. So that board would have not went our way, most likely. I like the hand, ace nine, jack queen. I don't mind it. A couple little variations and I'm probably in there. This hand is like Marginville City. I mean, it looks kind of decent, but it's got a lot of space in between. Almost every card works together in one way, except the 8 and king, obviously. But but definitely a particular flop. It's probably the flop we wanted. Um, Usually I bet out here, but since these people play so crazily, this is a good turn for us. Obviously gives us like the third nuts or whatever. Um, Plus it puts a straight out there, so Queen King most likely calls here at least one street. Um, don't look like anybody's gonna call. Maybe one gets frisky. King's a good card, obviously. Improves our hand. Maybe we can bet high, and then he'll call with like a flush or straight. Only thing beats us is aces or kings or ace jack. Don't know if that guy calls with just a queen. It's kind of or just a straight. It's kind of what I hope, but. I wish you would do this when we get a good one. So far it's just been what it's been. Nothing crazy, nothing exciting. Just Omaha. Ugh. Now, it's a lot different when either really good or really bad when the hands you choose to play, like, like really connect, like you had 10 queen here and like ace blank of diamonds or something. Um, you know, when you're more than willing and happy to get a lot of money in the pot, just when things swing and change. And we haven't had any hands like that really. And that last hand, the Jack 10 King, was definitely our best hand yet. But kind of a super scary board. I mean, either full house or straight. And on the turn there, when I bet, I think I only bet 15 cents. Like any set, and most two pairs are calling you there. So as long as the never mind, brain fart. Obviously, all sets are calling you because it's full house, but maybe get flush draws to call you. See, now if we'd have played this hand, we would have a straight, but it's just like it's hard. It's hard to me. It's harder. It's not necessarily hard to play these hands, but like when people bet like the pot and you're sitting there with like this straight on this board when like 9-10 beats you or 5-9 beats you and just stuff like that, like this straight just seems it's just ugly at that point. You can't improve. It can only get worse. Just think situations like that are what you avoid. Like if I would be crazy and like call with this hand and then I flop a flush or a flush draw or top two, it's just so likely that by the turn in the river that my hand is almost worthless, and I've got all this money invested to that point, depending on how it's played. That those are keys to losing money in Omaha is those kind of situations, and it's awesome when you can avoid them. I like to avoid big situations pre-flop in Omaha. I'm obviously not opposed to raising and even three betting, but if I'm sitting there with just because I have aces or like ace king suited, um, I'm not necessarily going to go crazy. Now I always will think I'm a favorite there, but depending on a flop, you know, I don't know, it could just be completely the other way around. That's the way I like playing. Tournament play, it's probably going to be a little bit different. Um, as I said, I get this hand, I will lose it all because 9-10 Jack Queen is an incredibly strong hand in Omaha. Um, I got like 48, 49 straight draws, two flush draws, which I'm never happy about the flush draws. This high Queen high Jack high, but with the right board, that could be a great flush. So we'll see. We're definitely playing this hand no matter what. Um, I don't even mind a three bet here. But I'm not going to three bet because I only got $3. And I need every penny. I really wouldn't mind a 3-bet. Pot's only going to be like 47. Yeah. It's pretty mediocre. Top pairs, not horrible on this board. I'll call a bet. Top pair, I do got some good redraws. Both my flush cards are out here. I don't want to necessarily hope for runner flush, but with him betting him calling, I'm calling no brainer. Because if the turns, any of these straight cards, 2-pair with the wrap, whatever. See what happens. Worst turn, not the worst turn, just a totally irrelevant turn. I'm not going to proceed if it gets going. But on the flop, so many cards make my day right there. Even at 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, just all those cards could have came. Even if that 6 happened to be a diamond or a spade, that gives me a little more hope. Like that turn, if the turn was a 9 of clubs right there, that'd be pretty great. So I definitely don't mind that hand at all. We play the same almost every time. Still don't mind if I would have raised pre-flop. This hand I don't mind. King, Queen, Jack, I mean it's Badoogie, but no suit, which is fine. Top, bottom, good most of the time right here, I think. I mean, especially against this guy. I mean, he'll bet heavy no matter what. So I'm not afraid to call here. I mean, the only hands I'm could be up against pocket kings, 3s, or 6s, or king 6. I don't want to scare him away here, but I want to bet to build a pot for the river. I can't just fire 40 cents on the river. Whereas here I can bet 20 and then, make a decent bet on the river. I just had everything though. I think I had every out, so I don't think he had anything there anyway. Maybe I check. He tries to bluff the turn. I get 15 to 20 cents from him. I guess if I knew where he was exactly, I would be able to check turn and river and hope he bets the river. But a king right there would not go away. So if he did have a king by chance, he's still going to stay there. Obviously, I wouldn't have been scared of the river. Another 3. So this would have been a good flop for us. We have a little out of our own, but at the same time we have, 6, 7, 8, 9 wrap, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Turn would have been gold, perfect turn. But this hand is awful. I don't set mine as much in Omaha, just because sets are so much more likely. Flopping a set of 4s is not necessarily a good thing in Omaha. I mean, a set's a set, and a set's hard to get, and a set's good, especially in Hold'em. But like if this flop was like, say that was a 4 diamonds, 8, 9, probably have the best hand, but we're up against the world. Probably flush draw, straight draw, open-ended wrap, whatever. And then if the board does pair on the turn of 8 or 9, well, as it did at 8, then we have the lowest full house possible. So I personally don't like playing. I like this hand. I don't like playing smaller pocket pairs like that. Personally, just think a lot of trouble can come from it. And if you do play hands like that are easily beatable, I would just play them cautiously. Just don't go crazy because you have a set. Don't go crazy because you have a full house, even a flush for that matter. This is absolutely a dream flop. I 3-bet pre-flop. We flopped top 2 with the nut flush draw and a straight draw. So this is a hand I'm willing to lose every penny I have on. It'll never be different than that. If he checks, he bets it's perfect. I'll most likely raise. He only has $1.82. But here, like, pot's $1. I don't want to raise it. I don't want to bet $1 because it's super likely that I have the best hand. But most draws are going to call us. Most flush draws are going to call us. Wraps are going to call us. 2 pairs are definitely going to call us. Sets will 100% call us. So I don't mind betting like 45 there, and that way, well, induce something like that, which is gold. Or the turn, it makes the pot pretty desirable, so I can bet, all in. So let's hope he doesn't have a set, and if not, we're good. As long as we don't have pocket threes. So he has a weak flush draw. We hit our flush, and we are making money. See, now that's perfect. That type of guy is the guy you want. He jack 2-4-4 right there. Horrible hand. He flops it's a really bad flop for him. Actually, he flops a jack high flush draw on an ace queen 3 board. So that's a perfect example of why you don't play mediocre and bad flush draws. You really, in my mind, you don't want to depend on any flush other than the nut flush. I've lost so many times in those situations with king high flushes. I'm not saying don't play them, but just be cautious when you do, in the sense of don't think that your flush is unbeatable. And hold them if you hit a king high flush and there's only 3 clubs on board and you have 2 clubs, a king high flush. You're gonna lose your money if someone has a nut flush. You just are. Almost inevitable. But in a game like Omaha, you don't have to go broke with a flush. You really don't. So we'll probably play. It's been 31 minutes. I may just play my big blind. I think I'll be big blind next hand. But getting tired. And we're killing it. $2.24. Not like I'm making. Been 30 minutes. We started about 8 o'clock. So I'm making bank. I'm making about $2 an hour. And I don't know what country you're from, but where I'm from, that is above minimum wage. Super glad we waited for this hand. Nah. I'm probably getting the price, but it's a really bad hand. I'm gonna call because I'm getting the price. But this is the hand exactly I'm talking about with the king high flush draw, so almost a good flop. Feels like reversed or inverted. We would be sitting good. That hand is what it is. And I'm gonna sit out next hand. And I do appreciate you click booming with me. So until next time, signing out.